Alright, so in the previous tutorial, we were able to make the ship class, and the ship class contained a couple of variables, x and y, to represent the x and y positions of the ship, as well as a mechanism to draw the ship on the form. Alright, so this here, this draw ship is actually called a method. It's an action that the ship can do, and the variables x and y are actually called properties. That means these are attributes of the ship. Okay, so those are just some object-oriented terminologies for you. And what I want to do is to use this class and draw it on my form right here. Okay, so I'll resize my form. Okay, the first thing I'm going to need is a timer because I need to be drawing this form every so often. I mean, I need to draw the ship every so often. So I'm going to need a timer. So can you please drag and drop a timer onto your form? Okay. If you do that, you'll see the timer down here. And I want you to rename the timer from your properties window. T render. Okay, sorry, render. All right. So basically, T render will redraw or render the ship every 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 so often. All right. So the interval for this timer is going to be 50. So I'm going to whatever codes that you will find inside T-render will be executed every 50 milliseconds. Okay, so in 1 second, this will execute like 20 times, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so I need to turn on this timer. So can you change enabled from false to true? Right. So now this timer is enabled, and the question that we need to tackle is what codes should we write inside the timer. Okay, so before that, I want to go inside my code, and I can do that using the code view. Okay, click on the form and then code view. Oops, sorry. Um, yeah, form code view. All right, so this is my form, and what I want to do is to create an instance, create an object of my ship. Okay, so something like um, ship, ship, let's say player one, for example, equals to new ship. Okay, so this is how you instantiate a new ship object. And the other thing that I need to instantiate are the following. I don't want to be creating a graphics object for each event that I will have for this form, so I'm going to declare a class level graphics object. Okay, okay, and I'm also going to declare a class level pen object. All right. Now, these graphics object and pen object should be usable anywhere within the class. That means as soon as I start my application, the graphics and the pen object must be initialized. Okay. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to go back to my form. Okay. So I'm going to click on the form once, and then over at your properties window, click on the events icon, look for the load event. Okay. The load event happens as soon as the program executes, and therefore as soon as the program executes, we can actually initialize graphics and create new pen object. Okay, so I'm going to double click on this. Okay, I want to instantiate my or initialize or create an instance of my graphics object. GFX equals to create graphics. Alright, so as soon as the form loads itself, this will happen. I'll have a new graphics object, and I'd like a pen. Oops, sorry. So pen equals to new pen, and then I'm going to make my pen's color black, and I'm going to add a number at the end of the pen, something like 4.0f, which will represent the thickness of the pen. Alright. Alright, so we're almost done here. The last um, item that needs to be completed is the actual rendering of the ship. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to my form design, and then I want you to go to the tick event of the timer object. Okay, so double click the tick event. So remember that the tick event's interval was set to 50, meaning every 50 milliseconds this timer will execute. And what it will execute is this. I want the graphics to clear with the current color of the form back color. This dot back color. Alright. So every 50 milliseconds I wipe the form clean, and then every 50 milliseconds I draw the ship. How do I draw the ship? I call the ship object player1 dot, take a look, I have a draw ship here. Okay, you might be wondering from the first tutorial why you need the graphics and pen object, and that's because I want to be able to supply GFX as well as pen here. Okay, meaning this ship will be drawn using this graphics object and this pen object. Alright, so now let me run the program, and okay, it's taking some time. Okay, so that's my okay, that's my program. Let me see. I think I made some mistakes there. Ship. Let me revisit the ship object. Axis Y. Alright. Let me just check if I got the numbers correctly. X, Y minus 25, X minus 25, Y plus 10, X minus 25, Y plus 10, X plus 25, Y plus 25, X plus 25, Y plus 25, X. Oops, sorry, this is wrong. It has to be X plus. Alright, so that seems to be the problem. Okay, so with that, let me see that again. Okay, so